Dear students, welcome to the advanced module. Today, we're going to talk about how to write an argumentative essay. First, what's an argumentative essay? An argumentative essay is about convincing your readers of your point of view on a debatable topic. There are two models of organizations that you can follow in structuring your essay: the block organization and the point-by-point organization. Now let's take a closer look at the block organization. Just like any essay, you have to start with writing an introduction that ends with a clear thesis statement. In each of the first two body paragraphs, you have to clearly state the reasons for having such a position, and to support that with evidence. The third body paragraph is a bit different. You start with the counter-argument, which is the opponent's point of view. This is done to show that you are an objective person and that you anticipate what other people may be thinking of. After you introduce the opponent's point of view, you have to refute it. This means you have to prove it is incorrect, irrelevant, and not powerful enough. Finally, you have to write a conclusion in which you summarize the main ideas in the essay, restate the thesis statement, and you could also make recommendations. Now let's move to the point-by-point organization. Just like any essay, you have to start with writing an introduction and end it with a thesis statement. The thesis statement should have the position and the three controlling ideas that you will elaborate in the three body paragraphs. However, in this organization, the three body paragraphs should start with the counter-argument, which, as we said, is the opponent's point of view. After you introduce the opponent's point of view, you have to refute it, which means that you have to prove it incorrect, irrelevant, and not powerful enough. Finally, you end your essay with the conclusion, which summarizes the main ideas in the essay, restates the thesis statement, and you could also make recommendations.
And now let's take a look at an example of how a block organization might look like. As we said, you would start with your introduction, and then you would end it with your thesis statement, which is here: street children are victims of the society for social, financial, and psychological reasons. Now those reasons, for your controlling ideas, will be further discussed in the following body paragraphs. The first main argument here, for instance, is that street children are the result of family disintegration, which is your social reason. And the second argument here is difficult financial conditions make these children helpless victims, which is obviously here the financial reason. Now in the third body paragraph, you have the counter-argument, which is here: some people argue that street children are criminals by nature and need to be punished. And then it's followed by the refutation. However, this argument could be easily refuted. These children are helpless and psychologically sick. Finally, you have the concluding paragraph where you should restate the thesis statement and summarize your main arguments. Now let's move on to the other example on the point-by-point organization. And the introduction here is also similar to the previous example given. However, the difference here only lies in the main body paragraphs, where in each body paragraph you have the counter-argument and its refutation. For instance, the first counter-argument here is: some people claim that many street children chose this way of living. They don't want to settle down in a family. And the refutation is: nevertheless, street children are the result of family disintegration, which is here the social reason. Next is the second counter-argument, where it states here: supporters of treating street children as criminals allege that those children are mostly thieves and robbers who just seek money. They don't want to work and be productive. The refutation here is: however difficult financial conditions make these children helpless victims. And the same applies here to the following paragraph. Finally, you end with your concluding paragraph and provide a brief summary of your main ideas stated in the body paragraphs. By now, you know the organization of an argumentative essay.